Hi, Jesse Grimes here, and welcome back to the channel. So it's time to get started on this project. I've got the design ready and time to do the implementation. So I've started on a few little things so far. I'll show you those. I've done a lot of cleanup, put a lot of stuff against the wall here just to get out of the way, and removed a lot of the things that I didn't need. I've started digging on one of the pits over here, which is going to be filled with this urbanite. As you can see, I've laid it out to make sure I have enough of it to fill that space. So it looks like I do. There is a little bit of extra inside that planter box over there actually. And so I've used the sprinkler to wet the ground a little bit. I was hoping it'd rain and soften up the ground here, but it hasn't rained yet in Southern California. So I've used the sprinkler and started digging this out a little bit. As you can see, I'm starting to put some of that extra dirt on the mound, but I don't want to put too much dirt on the mound because it'll just erode away. So what I've got to do is build my garden boxes over here. I'm going to try to replace this big long one that's over here. It's fallen apart with a little bit different arrangement of boxes. Kind of create a little border around this fire pit area. And so I've got some wood today, and I'm going to start building those boxes. It's kind of a bit of a shuffle I've got to do with this dirt. I've got to get the dirt out of this box before I can put a new box there, and so I think I'm going to build these ones first and then get moving. A big reason for the boxes, as I said in the design, is I've got to dig these basins to get that water from the roof to settle in the yard instead of settling up against the porch there. So I need somewhere to put all that dirt, so building these boxes is part of having somewhere to put all that dirt. So I'm going to get started building these boxes, and I'll check in later. Alright, so I built up the first little mock-up of one of the levels on these boxes over here. Dug out a little spot to put it and set it in place. So I'm going to have to build 2 more levels for this. These 2 boxes here will be three 2x10s tall. And then once I get this one built, I can line it and start moving the dirt from that one into this one, so I can have room over here to put my other box in. Like I said, a bit of a juggling act. So there's the final size of this planter bed over here. Next I gotta make sure it's all level, and I'm gonna put little bits of these broken tiles underneath it just to raise it up off the ground a little bit. Since this is not treated wood, I don't want to use treated wood because it's got toxins in it, but I do want to keep that up off the ground so it doesn't rot in the bottom. So I'm going to level that out, put some bricks under it, and then I can start filling it up. I also came out here last night. Me and Shelby kind of flagged out where we think some of the paths are going to go with these blue flags. This will be a big basin over here. You can kind of see the flags around it where the wood's at, and a water feature about right there where that vase looking thing is. It's good to come out here and visualize what the flags helps me see it. So like I was just saying, when you start doing one thing, other things come up and present themselves. Sometimes that's a little bit of a problem. So when I was putting this box in, I got it leveled and put the little pieces of tile under there. I realized I need to get irrigation to this, so I had to dig down and find this sprinkler line I'm going to reuse and cut that and put up a riser so I can get irrigation into this box. So there you have it. I got the garden box lined with plastic. These are actually recycled billboards, so sometimes you can contact a billboard company and you get their old used billboards. They're still nice and good. They'll protect this from the water and the soil inside the box. and it'll be ready to go. So I just left it loose, taped up the seams, but otherwise this is just kind of hanging on the edge of the box. I did that so that when I fill it with dirt, I'm not like yanking on any staples, which will cause tears. So it'll settle as it fills up with dirt, and then at the end I can attach it to the box. So now I can move forward. Next step is to get all the dirt out of this box and put it in here. There we have it. All that dirt filled this up about 2/3 of the way. This is good because it leaves me some more room for other dirt I might need to move. But I was able to get that garden bed out of the way, and that allows me to build another bed just like this one on this side. Alright, good morning. It's another day. I got to do some work last night. I bought a light so I could work after dark. It's getting pretty short days right now. But I built another one of these garden beds. So this side is done over here, and we were able to take that bed down and move all the dirt into it. So next up, I'm going to start building the boxes for this other part, and we're going to get this leveled off so we can set them up and start laying them out. So there we go. I got the rest of the garden beds built, and I've laid them out pretty much where they're going to go. We still have to do some work leveling them out and making sure they're on the tiles, but it's good to see them out there. This one, of course, I've got to dig around the rosemary some more and set that box on the ground. And then in this box, we're going to put this artichoke plant over here. So we're going to have to transplant that from here to that box, and I think it'll make a nice little entrance into the garden area. The rosemary on the left and the artichoke on the right. This artichoke's been here for almost 10 years now, I think, and it just keeps resprouting every year, so hopefully it will survive the transplant. So I'm pretty happy how this turned out and how it looks, and it definitely will help me move on to the next part of the project. We've been digging this out a little bit more and moving that dirt into these other garden beds, and so this gives me even more space to put the extra dirt once I start digging the basins that will go here and here. So I think that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like my videos and you want to support, go out to patreon.com/JesseGrimes and become a patron. See you in the next video.